it's just amazing how many people on the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala. Too.
Yeah, seriously, it's like insane.
Publicly, openly, all in.
Yes, it's like J-Lo was like his ex-girlfriend, and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm like, well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Right.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Right.
Well, maybe we shouldn't trust her opinion.
Between Diddy and Epstein, there's probably several thousand hours of footage here.
Yeah.
Y'all remember when Elon Musk hinted that Diddy's relationships weren't as spotless as they appeared, and everyone laughed it off? Now a leaked list is making the rounds, and suddenly the industry has gone quiet. At the top of that list is Kim Porter, not just another name tied to Diddy, but the woman closest to him for years, his longtime partner, the mother of his children, someone who had full access. Kim wasn't on the outside looking in. She saw everything. The business moves, the private parties, the escorts, the patterns that stayed hidden from the public eye. And that's exactly why the streets never fully accepted the official story surrounding her death. They said pneumonia, clean explanation, case closed. But for those who were paying attention, it never sat right. Kim was reportedly healthy, active, and still planning her future. No long illness, no gradual decline, just gone. For years, insiders like Jaguar Wright have spoken out, claiming Kim allegedly knew too much, that she was working on a book and preparing to talk. Not rumors, not gossip, the truth.
Died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said it was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms.
And if your ear has really been to the streets, you already know Jaguar Wright never backed down. She stood 10 toes down, repeatedly daring industry giants like Diddy to sue her if she was lying. No walkbacks, no apologies, just the same accusations said louder each time, like someone who wasn't afraid of the truth coming out.
Sue me. Stop coming after outlets. Stop coming after reporters. Stop coming after platforms. You got my number. Call me. Please, sue me. I want to go to court. And when it's time for discovery, I guess we can all find out what I really know.
That level of confidence made people stop laughing and start listening. Because if Kim really was preparing to expose what she witnessed behind closed doors, that wouldn't have made her dangerous to just one person. It would have made her a threat to an entire circle of powerful figures protecting each other. Not just Diddy, but the whole ecosystem around him. And now another name keeps coming up in these conversations: Jennifer Lopez, Diddy's former girlfriend. This isn't speculation. History already has receipts. People tend to forget just how closely J-Lo was tied to Diddy's most infamous moment. The 1999 nightclub shooting wasn't random chaos. It was a turning point. A woman was shot. An innocent man was hit. Shine took the fall and went to prison. And Jennifer? She walked away untouched. Years later, the woman who was shot claimed she saw Diddy pull the trigger, not Shine. And once you connect those dots, the silence around that night starts to feel a lot louder.
Said since really right after the that it was P. Diddy who you.
I was standing by the front door. I watched the entire thing out. I had no reason to believe that it would escalate to a It was just male machismo and bravado at first.
I was a 18-year-old kid, just wanting to do nothing other than make my mother proud and make Belize proud and do what all of us want to do, be recognized for our talent and take over the world. I was defending him, and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me, and he contributed. He pretty much sent me to prison. So that is the context by which you must always describe that relationship. Yes,
And for years, rumors have circulated that Jennifer allegedly handed the weapon back to Diddy in the immediate aftermath. She even took the stand during the trial. That's not a distant connection or a casual association. That's being right in the eye of the storm, at the center of events that changed multiple lives forever.
The fight at the grand jury, as did many other people. It needs to be reopened, because if that is in fact the case, she carried the gun in and she lied to the grand jury.
Fast forward to today, with more details about Diddy's lifestyle spilling into the open, and people are starting to ask uncomfortable questions. How much did Jennifer really witness back then? The parties, the reckless energy, the chaos that surrounded that era. And if she saw it, why didn't she ever speak up or warn anyone? Even Elon Musk threw fuel on the fire with a public jab, basically implying that she dated Diddy and stayed silent when it mattered most. That one comment alone reopened wounds many thought were long buried and forced people to look back at that time with a very different lens.
Amazing how many people on the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala. Too.
Yeah, seriously, it's like insane.
Publicly, openly, all in.
Yes. It's like J-Lo was like his ex-girlfriend, and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm like, well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Right.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Right.
Well, maybe we shouldn't trust her.
Then there's Cassie, and this is where speculation starts giving way to official allegations. She didn't just speak out. She filed a lawsuit. In her court filing against Diddy, Cassie detailed years of alleged control, coercion, and being forced into situations she says she never consented to. What she described wasn't just a toxic relationship, but an entire system, one built on power, fear, and enforced silence, designed to keep everything running exactly as it was.
Trina, good morning to you. I understand you were inside the courtroom during Ventura's testimony. The transcripts are just horrific. How did she hold up?
Errol, she broke down on the stand yesterday as she was testifying, and that was one of the most striking moments of the day, when she was moved to tears as she was giving, as you said, this very graphic and pornographic testimony. The moment when she broke down was as she was talking about how angry he would get with her sometimes, but also when she was asked about whether or not she enjoyed these, they were called freak-offs, the sexual encounters that she engaged in with him.
And people also point to the leaked messages, like the one where Cassie told Diddy that the so-called freak-off made her feel dirty and grimy. Messages like that gave the public a glimpse into how deeply uncomfortable and degrading those experiences allegedly were for her, adding weight to the claims she later put on record.
She said that after that first freak-off, she said she felt dirty. She didn't want to do.
Later on, several male escorts came forward and corroborated parts of her account, lending further weight to the allegations she raised.
It's a strange dynamic to have Cassie be as visually like stunning and is, and then you know a part of you is like, I really want to go in and do this, but then the other part of you is like, this mother in the corner over here dictating how to do this and how to do that is like really like pulling me in the opposite direction. So you take that and then you add another guy to the mix, and it just gets real strange, man, especially once he becomes like active and you fall off and you just sitting there watching like, yo, I like it's just weird, bro. It's I don't know how else to explain that, man. It is weird.
Mentioned that he was a voyeur during this encounters. You were involved with Cassie Ventura directly in those rooms, as you've testified. Were you ever involved with Sean Diddy Combs? Did you two ever have an interaction in those encounters?
Nope, actually, not one conversation, not even eye contact.
Really?
Yeah.
Did that surprise you?
Well, it was told to me immediately, like on the first encounter, that I was instructed to not look at him, not acknowledge him, not have any interactions with.
By Cassie?
Yeah, by Cassie. So those were the instructions.
That alone shook people, because it wasn't just Cassie speaking anymore. It was outsiders confirming the same patterns. But this is where the street conversation gets complicated. Some believe Cassie knows more than she's ever publicly said, that she was around long enough to understand how the entire machine operated. And while she eventually spoke out, there are whispers that early on she may have helped facilitate certain things, not out of choice, but survival, fear, or conditioning. Let's keep it honest. Diddy reportedly settled Cassie's lawsuit for around $20 million. That doesn't erase what she says she endured, but it does raise questions about just how deep and protected that system really was. Now another name enters the conversation, Young Miami, Diddy's ex. If loyalty had a face in this saga, many say it would be hers. As lawsuits mounted, videos surfaced, and public opinion shifted almost overnight, she didn't back away. She stood 10 toes down. Instead of distancing herself, she doubled down, going as far as writing a letter to the judge ahead of Diddy's sentencing, describing him as a good man, loving, supportive, changed, and even actively seeking therapy to control his anger.
So she talks about in those years how they were in a public relationship. And she says she came to know a completely different person. She says that Diddy motivated her. He believed in her. He helped her grow both professionally and personally. And she says that she's writing this letter because she believes it's important to the court to know the side of Diddy that isn't always seen or spoken.
But the internet wasn't buying it. People started saying it looked less like love and more like dependence. Private jets, luxury vacations, designer bags, a lifestyle that doesn't come cheap. And there was something else that made folks raise their eyebrows. She was allegedly present at some of the infamous parties Cassie described. Same white nail polish, same inner circle. That's when whispers got darker, saying anyone still defending the captain when the ship's sinking is at a risk of going down too. Now another name keeps circulating, Paris Hilton. Not a romantic link, but a strong bond nonetheless. Some try to frame her as just popping in for vibes, partying and leaving, but the receipts tell a different story. Word is she was front and center at Diddy's white parties, birthday bashes, and private events, even praising them publicly. Remember that 2017 post calling his party unforgettable and saying he had a heart of gold? Yeah, that didn't exactly age well.
Best party I've ever been to was at blank's house.
Puffy's 50th birthday. It was so sick.
Yeah.
Epic.
All right, next one.
Now, insiders are spilling what really went down at those events, and people are asking, did Paris just dance and dip? Or did she witness things that should have raised questions? Because staying silent, especially when you're that visible, isn't neutral. It shields something. Then there's Ellen DeGeneres, and this one made a lot of folks uneasy. Once the Diddy scandal started heating up, she seemingly vanished, packed up, left the country, and moved to England. Publicly, it was politics, stress, and seeking peace, but the streets say panic. Ellen and Diddy weren't just casual acquaintances. He was a frequent guest on her show. They joked openly about his parties, and she even used odd nicknames for him on air, like Cuddle McNuggle, which in hindsight feel uncomfortable.
Tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
It'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then No, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times. Have you been to his parties?
Now throw in rumors about hidden tapes, powerful names, old files resurfacing, and Ellen disappearing just before everything really blew up. People started connecting the dots, especially after Twitch's death, officially ruled a suicide, but conspiracy theories spread like wildfire. Some claim he might have seen something he wasn't supposed to. No proof yet, but the patterns are hard to ignore. Many believe Ellen dipped early to avoid getting caught in the blast radius. And now another name is resurfacing, Naomi Campbell. Every time Diddy's name comes up alongside Epstein talk, Naomi somehow floats right back into the mix. Folks have been whispering for years, and now the volume is cranked all the way up. Naomi wasn't just a guest. According to street narratives, she allegedly played a role in connecting people, opening doors and smoothing access, modeling gigs, private trips, exclusive invites. Glamorous on the surface, but reportedly darker behind closed doors. Online, people say she gives off madam vibes, always has. Many think she does it for favors, connections, money, and to keep her career moving. And it gets darker when you remember she openly admitted working with Epstein while claiming she didn't know what he was really into.
Like this doesn't take into account the person being interviewed. Does it then become fake news?
Well, it's pretty one-sided, and I don't want to get into that phrase, but I feel if you don't give the person the chance to speak for themselves and respond, I mean, this is a pretty established newspaper. You should give the person the right to respond to what your allegations are.
That explanation didn't sit well with people, especially given how deep Naomi's alleged ties ran with Diddy. Private islands, jets, the same elite circles. And when Diddy's scandals blew up, Naomi quietly wiped it all from her socials. Her PhD celebration bash with Diddy? Gone. And when someone moves like that, folks start asking questions. Next up, another name spinning through the mix, Janice Combs, Diddy's own mother. Now, this is uncomfortable territory, but the streets have been talking. Publicly, Janice has stood by her son, showing up in court, front row, loyal to the end. That's the image. But behind the image, a darker narrative floats. Some claim Janice didn't just raise Diddy, she allegedly taught him power, charm, control, and how to move people, how to manipulate rooms. And the old clips don't help. Lip kissing, matching nail polish, the IV drip video. Taken together, they read strange in hindsight. People say it blurred boundaries in ways that never sat right.
Let me introduce you to my mom, called Ma Dukes.
Hi.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. What's up, Ma?
Everything's good, baby. I'm feeling you.
Yeah.
I
love you too.
There are even whispers, alleged whispers, that Janice wasn't just aware of the freak-off culture, but orbiting it, not as a participant, but as someone who understood the machine and kept it protected. So the question becomes, was she just a mother defending her son, or part of the system that helped him stay untouchable for so long? Then another name comes up, Gina. She's different because she actually spoke out, then went quiet. She wasn't a random fling, she was inside, moving through the same rooms as Cassie, living Diddy's world up close. And here's what makes her story stick. Gina claims Cassie warned her about Diddy, saying he was dangerous, controlling, not someone to mess with. Gina went public, alleging that Diddy put hands on her, monitored her phone, controlled her movements, and punished her when she tried to leave.
Talk about the physical. If you're okay, are you okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So obviously you terminated baby one because you loved him.
Mm-hmm.
How long after you guys started dating is when did the physical start?
The first time it ever happened, which was not even like that long into the relationship, because I met him in February, and then it was probably like the beginning of May, because we were at Meek Mill's birthday.
And then suddenly Gina went silent. No more interviews, no posts, just quiet. Street whispers say the pressure got too heavy. NDAs, legal threats, industry freeze-outs. That's when people started believing Gina didn't lie. She just got scared. Stepping away from that world doesn't come free. Next up, Misa Hilton. This was the blueprint era. Yachts, private islands, the empire in the making, and Misa was there. Not just Diddy's partner, but the mother of his son Justin, and a key architect of the bad boy image when everything was still being built. That's why many believe Misa saw the earliest version of the playbook, how power was structured, how loyalty was enforced, how charm turned into leverage. Notice this. When Cassie sued Diddy, Misa didn't defend him. She quietly supported Cassie respectfully without dragging names. In street terms, that kind of silence is loud. Many believe Misa exited early, before things escalated, before the alleged freak-offs became full systems. Now, here's where things get legal. Another name in the mix, Adria English. She didn't just talk, she filed a lawsuit accusing Diddy of sexual coercion and abuse tied to yacht parties and elite events. According to her claims, women were allegedly recruited, pressured, drugged, and moved through powerful spaces like inventory.
You know, we all have stories. Seriously, we all have stories. Mine is horrific, and only 5 people know it. And I probably will never tell it. Why didn't you say something then? Because we just want to live. We want to be happy. And we really want to forget the trauma.
And that lines up disturbingly well with Cassie's allegations. Same power dynamics, same control structures, same silence enforced through fear and money. Adria insisted this wasn't random chaos, it was organized. Which brings up the core question. If all these women were close, inside, and saw different parts of the same machine, who truly knew what, and who stayed quiet just to survive? The streets don't buy that this was ever a one-man operation. They believe it was a system built over decades, with allies protected by silence, and the whole thing held together by power. And now, as the walls are cracking and alleged new tapes start circulating, people aren't just watching Diddy anymore. They're watching everyone who stood close enough to know better. So what do you think? Were these women victims, accomplices, or survivors doing whatever it took to navigate a dangerous industry? And if more names start surfacing, who do you think the spotlight hits next? Drop your thoughts in the comments and make sure to click on the next video. It's just as wild.